Alright, salutations gamers. I am the UGG Game, and welcome to From the Depths. I know last time we were playing Darksiders 2, and we will continue playing Darksiders 2 at a later time. This is probably going to be my new stream time for everybody to know. Around 6 o'clock, I will be working my new job. I'm going to be working from around 9 a.m. to 6:30. Oh, master volume is all the way up. That's fine. Okay, good. I thought about continuing on with our journey about Darksiders 2, like we had been. But I really want to get I really want to get this ship constructed. I've been trying to build a decent sized vessel for winning in the campaign and From the Depths. And my first design ship, a low cost vessel, this cost about 33,000 material, which isn't too much for the campaign. I've been able to spam out a few of these pretty low-cost ships. I call them the Corvette Model 1. As you can see, it has these 3 guns, sensors, some AI stuff. It even has a sonar, although there's no actual way to track anything There's no actual, like, weapons for underwater yet. So I would like to expand on this ship quite a bit and make a Model 2 version that's going to be a lot more firepower and a lot more defense for our ship. Which means we're probably going to have to make a lot more, because this thing is not the most compact, but it's fair. A lot of the resources are fairly compact on top of each other, and I'm thinking I'm probably going to have to copy these, like the guns. Probably copy this gun and this gun, and then probably cut them out, repurpose the shape of the ship. I don't know if I want to start over from scratch. I might start over from scratch. Might be a good idea, actually. You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and destroy this ship.
Receiving.
And we'll start over from square one with a new ship design. Let's go ahead and move my little guy
Listening.
over here real quick. We'll just build a new ship. Start. New vehicle. Let's put a few blocks down, and then we should be able to just put this onto there. We can just use caps lock, but I like doing it this way. That way I don't have to worry about the caps lock every time, and then the ship falling into the water when I don't want it to. Oh, I almost forgot the mirror mode. So, the Corvette model we came up with was about, like I said, 33,000 material. I want to make something that's going to be still not, like, too crazy in material, but maybe somewhere closer to 100,000 material for a ship. Something that's going to be, like, an absolute... I need a flagship. I need something that's going to be an absolute unit on the battlefield for the campaign. Because the Corvette works. Being as cheap as it is, I can just kind of spam it out. And it does not great in combat, but it does enough. At least dealing with the Deepwater Guard, it does enough. Especially with the amount of them I can throw out. But I want something that isn't just going to do, you know, barely make its way fighting through the Deepwater Guard. I want something that's more or less going to steamroll them. And I don't know, I'm not the best at ship design. But I got some pointers from a video, and I'm going to see if we can't come up with something that'll work. So first we're just going to make a platform to put our stuff on. I'm debating. I kind of want to use a steam engine. I don't know if that's a good idea because I hear steam engines are pretty high fuel cost. But at the same time, steam engines provide way more power. I might use a prefab steam engine. So I don't have to worry about all this. But the steam engine's pretty complicated, but it provides a lot more power for your ships. We'll see about that. I might do that. I might. First we'll need to design. So, how do we want this thing to look? We're gonna need redundancies. So I suppose the main thing will have like a square box be sort of the center part of it, and then that'll be held up by several redundant parts, like air gaps and things. Probably going to want this to be at least 2 thick, I guess. Probably, at least that much. Or do we want it 2 thick wood, or do we want it 2 thick... Well, we'll do 2 thick wood. We're still trying to keep this not too crazy expensive. But we do want it to be a lot heavier. We want this thing to be an absolute tank. So, what's the first... So, what's the first thing we should put down? Probably resources. We could do RTGs for electric storage, and then maybe build a laser system. I'm not sure what weapons we want. I feel like this one should have a mix of cram and advanced cannons, and then maybe missiles. I think so. Maybe missiles for torpedoes, for dealing with underwater targets. Even though we haven't come across any underwater targets yet, the torpedoes will still work for targets that are in the water. And if we ever come across a submarine, we'll be prepared for it. And then the other weapons, the cram and simple weapons. Crams, cannons will do really well against fortresses and then big battleships. And then the advanced cannons should be able to handle things like planes and stuff, do AA, do anti-air pretty well. Hopefully. That's the theory. Don't know if it'll work. So do we want this 2 thick, maybe? Because if it's here, right, that would be 1, 2, 3. So 1 and then 3 wide, which should be enough, I think, for like our center box area. Should be. Probably deciding the size of the ship is always the thing that's a bit hard for me, because I don't want to make something that's like so ridiculously oversized and expensive that it's just not going to be feasible in the campaign. But at the same time, I don't want things that are just going to be falling apart the second that I throw them out there either. And I'm not the best at making effective ships. This will be a nice place to store some of the resources, and then we'll have an air gap and maybe some metal defense on the outside. How many layers do we want to go? Maybe like an air gap, and then maybe like an air gap about that much, and then another 2 layers, maybe like wood metal, and then maybe do I want to do 3 layers? I might do 3 layers, but like maybe like 2.5 layers. Something like that. Maybe that'll be good. Like 2.5 layers. So, main resources. What do we want to put? Probably put some of the most... The stuff that's going to need to have the most defense should be closer to the center. So, trying to decide where everything should go is going to be a bit of an issue. This is already a pretty decent length ship already, so we don't want it to be too crazy big. Want it big, just need it to be within a certain reason in terms of size. So maybe take out... Do you want to have the AI in the center? I think so. I think we'll have the AI in the center part of this. So we'll take out the sides of this. Right? We'll fill it with rubber. Right. Then we'll get under AI. We could just use a prefab AI. Probably the Smart 2000 would be fine. I don't see why we would need anything more advanced than this. This should be more than enough. Nope, not heavy armor, rubber. There it is. We'll just do that and insulate. Oop. We can do that and then we can insulate the AI. Let me make sure we have, let's see, aim point selection card, target prioritization card, AI physical connector. We're going to need to add an AI card slot to this probably. Just one. And then... we're going to move the transmitter. We don't need it to be right there, so... grab the AI connector, throw a connector at the back, go up here, grab an AR card slot. We're going to do a plug and play circling a ship AI. There's no reason we need anything more complicated than that. I didn't need to mirror that. Oops, I did not need to destroy that either. Why is there a card just sitting there? I don't want that there. Go away. Just a simple circling ship AI. Then with the connector at the back, we should be able to throw in the wireless transmitter on top. And it's connected. Yep, there we go. Simple enough. Don't need anything crazy for the AI. Just need the ship itself to be an absolute unit. Go and insulate that. Or actually, should we... You know what? I'm going to air gap this. So we don't need that to be like right on top. We'll actually air gap it. No, that's fine. Yeah, that'll be fine. Not that we need to. I don't feel like we're gonna run into too much EMP in the campaign. I'm not doing like anything too crazy hard. We might start running into EMP. We're definitely gonna want air gaps though, because we're gonna need to worry about lasers, because I have already pissed off the lightning hoods, so it's only a matter of time before I'm going to be fucked by laser systems. That. And fill that. Alright, do we want to... Yeah, I'll do an air gap. As per usual, I want air gaps on all of this. Actually, wait, what am I doing? I don't need to do all that. What am I doing? I just need to do it like this, and then fill in. Okay. So we have our AI. And I believe behind it we should probably do... Let's take out some of this floor. And let's add in some more just behind it. We'll put in some more rubber here. Because for here, I want us to have our battery stores. And probably this will be too much. Might remove some of that. Let's just go ahead and grab the batteries. Where's the batteries? Not fuel. Batteries. Yeah, there we go. And I don't want that right on top of it. I will add a 1 block gap. There we go. Do that, and then I think maybe like 1 RTG to power. So that way my ship will have do an RTG right there. And then there's that is going to power, slowly add just a little bit of extra, just that little bit of extra electrical. So we don't have to drain our, we won't have to drain our engines so much for our electrical. We'll just have a big store of electricity on the ship. And we'll go ahead and fill these bad boys in. There we go. Simple enough. And with that, I think we also are going to need to make our ship a little bit taller. So we can go ahead and do that real quick. Yeah, won't let me do that, that's fine. Go ahead and make the ship a little bit taller. And we'll probably make the ship a little bit longer, maybe? So this stuff is already quite a bit near the back. Well, I suppose we'll have enough space in the back for the engines. We can put maybe a gap between the AI and fuel can be closer up to here. And we'll do material storage right here. So we're also going to need a spot for the ammo. Ooh, where do we... Problem with ammo and fuel are going to be the two big problems for us in terms of storage for a lot of reasons. But I suppose we want to keep the most explosive stuff away from our AI, definitely. So maybe just do like a 1 cargo container worth of material storage. Bam. Easy. And that'll give us... That's a ton of material storage. I don't see a battleship, even of this scale, needing more material storage than this. I just don't think it'll be necessary for the ship. It's not going to be necessary. So that should be plenty of material storage. And then fuel. We're going to need fuel, and we're going to need weapons or ammo, which I suppose we're going to do closer up to here towards the, I suppose towards the front of the ship. Because our engines, we're going to store engines obviously at the back, and then we're going to have material, we're going to have to do storage of these up here. Let's do metal. We're gonna need metal for this. Do regular metal beams. Then go ahead and research. Sorry, brain is not working today. Ammo boxes. Go and grab the munitions. Well, that works. Okay. That should be plenty of ammo access, I think. Should be. I don't if we need more ammo than that, then I think I'm making something just I think my ship is just too big at that point. 2,300 ammo. Should be, right? That should be plenty. I feel like it's not enough. Why do I feel like that's not enough? That's a lot of ammo containers. Fuck it. We'll make it a little bigger. I'm paranoid about not having enough ammo. Because I want this ship to be big, so... Right? Yeah, that's the right stuff. Let's go ahead and make this thing just absolutely fucking loaded up with ammo. Okay, now we'll cover it in metal. If that's not enough ammo for whatever I build, then I'm building something just too big. Honestly, this is probably way too much ammo. But fuck it. I'm not gonna bother with covering up the material storage. I'm not as concerned about that getting hit. Plus, all of this is going to be so heavily guarded when all said and done. There's going to be a lot of extra redundancies in the construction of this thing, so... Right, that should be plenty. Go ahead and grab our wood, beams. Yeah, that'll be fine. Oh, I haven't closed up the back. My bad. There we go. It's like that. And once again, we will double it up. I want to have as much... I want this thing to be very protected. And wood is cheap, so there's no reason we should be skimping out on wood. No reason at all. Let's go ahead and... These aren't super necessary, but we will add some additional support beams, I think. Just to have them. All right, there we go. So that's our resources all in the center. Perfect. This gap area here where we don't have anything, I think is where we'll connect it out, and then we'll create an air gap between all of this, where there'll be an extra bit of defense surrounding, and then probably an air gap on top of that as well. So, yes, we will do that. Which we'll build it out of wood, because we don't need everything to be... We don't need everything to be heavy blocks. We want to try and save... Oh, shit. Wrong button. We want to try and save as much as we can on material cost. Where we can. So yeah, we'll do it 2 out like that. Then we'll go all the way across. Connect it at the other side, 2 points. And then we'll create air gap in the center to protect the arteries of this, the main resources. Yep, just like that. Okay, and bam. Perfect. And there's an air gap here, which is exactly what we wanted. Oops, I forgot to fill this in. It's fine. Bam. Okay. Resources in the center, air gap. Already starting to look a bit like a ship. Now we put the metal here. Blocks, metal. I'm not going to use heavy armor blocks. They're a bit too expensive. I just don't feel like... Hopefully with the design that I have in mind, which isn't the best design, obviously, but hopefully with the design I have in mind with, like, all this very thick wood and then metal and bits like that protecting the most vital parts of our ship, I'm hoping that'll be enough. That we're not going to have to worry about needing heavy armor. We might anyway, but hopefully we don't. I'm hoping we don't. So that's a lot there. Perfect. That's good. Now we haven't come up with an exact look for our ship yet. We probably want to... Do we want to have a point at both ends or just one end? I kind of want to mirror the ship and have it pointed at both ends. I think that would look really good. Albeit, I'm not the best designer, so... This top level here is actually where I think we're going to have our guns. Like, our guns are going to be inside this part of the ship, sticking up. And so, hopefully, the idea is, like, this part here should be underwater. Or might not be. Probably won't be heavy enough. If it isn't, we'll make some changes and try and make this a bit heavier so it sinks a bit more in the water. Maybe use some lead. Maybe we'll get rid of the... In fact, actually, I'm going to remove this air block. They can cause lag, or air pump rather. They can cause lag. And there's enough buoyancy with this wood that we probably won't need it anyway. I think so, yeah. That should be fine. So that's long enough, I think. I feel like that's definitely long enough. So let's go ahead and start making the shape of this ship a little bit more. Do we want this to be kind of... Do we want the front of this to be stubby or more, like, long, kind of pointy? Maybe a bit more like this. Actually, I think, yeah. I think we're going to make it a bit more pointy. I think like that. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I like that more. Fill that in. Still have the air gap. Nice. We're just gonna connect these points. There we go. Air gap. Yep. Nice air gap right in there. Perfect. So, main deck, gonna probably... So the main deck is probably going to be sit a bit lower than I think we're going to raise towards the center here. Maybe in 2 places. I think right here, I think we're going to raise it up to 3. So it'll be like 3. So we'll have a 3-tiered deck. From the back, so the head and the bow will be the lowest section. Then there'll be a mid-section that's a step higher. And then a center point where the, I suppose our control tower will be. That'll be the highest point, with guns kind of stepping down from each of those points. Yeah. That sounds like a good idea. I like that idea. 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2. Feel like this is... We're going to have to get this tractor beam to move us out a bit further. Yeah, put out like that far. How far out did we go? We went 1, 2, 3 steps. I think it's what? 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. Yeah, 4 steps. 4 steps out. Yeah, that's a nice deck. I like that. Albeit, again, we're going to expand this out even further. I want to have an even larger air gap. But I think we're going to have maybe like a 2.5. Like a 2.5, yeah. Mostly for this center part. I want to bulge this out. Expand it out. First, the tier. So we have the deck. I think we'll do... Do we want to have... We have the regular wood, but we could do reinforced... Well, the reinforced decking only lets me do that much. Okay, we'll do metal. Yeah, we'll do metal, sloped metal. Right here. Like that. And we'll actually raise that up, I think, 2 steps. Right? Like this. And then that'll be this part of the deck. About, I want to say, here. Yes. Right about here. Let's do the same to the other side. So that's what, 1, 4 block, 1, 2, 3, 4 back, and then we'll raise it up another step, and that'll be our center point. So let's just see how much room that gives us here. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Not a lot for the center point, actually. So instead, I think we'll raise it here. Right here. And then, yeah, we'll still have the 2 for the center. Because our main central platform doesn't need to be that tall or that, like, wide. But I feel like that looks pretty good. Or actually, might not be the best idea because we have what, the 2 there. There's the metal on top. We have the deck. I feel like that's not going to be enough. I like this 2-tiered system, but I feel like we just need to make this probably a bit taller. Probably, maybe. I'm not sure. Not sure still. Because we could cover the whole top of the deck with metal. Do we want to air gap the deck? I don't know. There's going to be a lot of stuff sitting on top of the deck. I don't feel like we're going to... There's going to be enough stuff on top of the deck that it should be fine. Yeah, should be fine. The main weak points, I think, are going to be this back section. Probably this back and the front and the head is probably going to be the weaker points. We're going to put our weakest guns probably on these tips here. Heaviest guns we're going to put here and here. And we're going to kind of mirror it. And then engine... I said I wanted to do steam engines, but now I'm not so sure. It might be easier to just stick with fuel engines so that we can keep our fuel engines safe more towards the center of this. And not worry about these points over here. Where do we want it? We could build a lower section for torpedoes. Make this kind of like a big swoop underneath. You know what? Yeah, I think we will go with that. So let's go ahead and grab the beam slope. And this is what I meant when I said we're going to do an air gap. We're going to make this here. How did I fuck this up? Hold on. I don't like how I did this. Hold on. I'll fix this. There we go. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, don't do that. There we go. Instead of that, we could actually just put a solid block. Like this. There we go. And now you can start to see the idea. We have an air gap here, followed by 2 thick wood, followed by another air gap in here, followed by wood, metal, air gap, more metal. Just like that. Perfect. And that is going to make us very defensible here in the center. Very defensible in the center. We'll try to stick with that pattern kind of going into this a little bit, though it's going to teeter off. It's going to like peter off going into this section. Do the best we can. Actually, we need more like a square corner. Yeah, that's what we need. Then we could use this wedge. Actually, do we want a wedge? I guess we do. Yeah. I can't do like a square corner, can I? No, it's just not going to work in any way. Slope? Oh, that's just, yeah. There's no way to really do that other than the, like this. Which is fine, that works. Do I want, I think I want this to be beam sloped. Right? Yeah. Just like that. Then we'll put in some beams. Do the same thing on this side. Wrong size. Wait, no, it's not the wrong size. Wrong thing altogether. Corner piece. That. Beam slope. Just like so. Need a inverted. Yep. Beam in the center. Grab, I believe, should be a corner piece. Yep, there we go. Perfect. Yeah, that's looking good already. That's looking real nice. Really nice. I don't want to replace this wood, though. We could replace it with just reinforced decking. I think would be nice. Let's see, the armor is 40, armor 35, armor 24. It'll save us on some resources and be a lot better just in general. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Oh well. Oops. One, two, three, and 4. Nice. Reinforced decking, and we'll put metal underneath. Perfect. I'm already liking the look of this ship. This bad boy looks really nice. Just the shape alone. And I'm feeling like it's going to be a lot more capable. I forgot to put fuel in, by the way. Did I forget to put fuel? I did. I put ammo. I forgot to put fuel. Alright, let's go ahead. Do I have the... I do. I still have metal. Good. Might get rid of these. Oop. Didn't mean to do that. Can't believe I forgot the fuel. Alright, we're gonna need that, obviously. That should be plenty. Grab the metal, grab the beams. Yep, that works. That works. So our fuel storage is going to kind of move a little bit into the main. Do we need more fuel than that? 2,750 fuel access. I guess we'll see once we have the engine built. I still want to try and fuck around with steam engines. Though the problem with steam engines is one of those things I could very easily get caught up spending all my time trying to build one rather than just doing anything else. Shit. Actually, you know what? I could do this, and then... Oh, fuck, I'm so stupid. Trying to... Alright, whatever. I was trying to save myself some work, but whatever. Alright, here we go. One, two, three. This is 4. Okay. To the metal just below it. I bet you I'm probably gonna end up building this thing way over anything reasonable. But fuck it, I don't care. I'm in it. I'm in it now. If this ends up being a end game ship that I can't actually use, then so be it. I don't care at this point. We'll build it. The underside, we'll just stick with the wood. I don't feel like we're going to need that much in the way of underwater defense. It'll just be a weak point for us. I'm willing to accept that. There we go. So these these back sections and the head and the back probably won't have anywhere near as much physical defense as the main, but that's okay. I don't know if that's going to be enough. I might need to do more fuel. We have a good chunk of fuel up here, good bit of ammo, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. May need more fuel. You know what? I'm not going to worry about it right now. We'll check once we have the engine. So, where should we put the engine? Let's look at, we could do fuel engines, have a really powerful fuel engine, and then a bunch of regular ass propellers. Would not be a problem. Or steam engine. Do I really want to do steam engines? These things are massive and also a pain in the ass. They're huge. I mean, I'm building a big ship, but I feel like I'll get more value out of a really strong, largest of the Eco Series engines, efficient engine with lower upfront power, but retains efficiency at high RPM, produces 5,180 stable engine power for a material cost of only 1,200. Where steam engines, you want to get like a decent steam engine. Foursquare, I mean, they're not expensive, I guess, but they're big, they're bulky, they take up so much. And this one, what is this one even doing? So many pistons. I guess I could do this. Get 2 crankshafts. If I were to remove... Or if I were to remove some of this in the center here, but that would leave us vulnerable. We get like, oh. Or remove some of the center here, which would leave us vulnerable. I would get 2 shafts for 2 turbines. really powerful turbines. Something like that. Oh, jeez. What's this? This one has 3 fucking turbines. Jeez. It fits. It does actually fit. Believe it or not. This would produce a shitload. Only problem is I don't even know if this is going to be our center of, like, where we are sitting in the water when all's said and done. Plus, how much does that cost us to build? That's quite a... it's not terrible, I guess. How much does it produce? Shitload of engine power. Shitload of engine power. It fits. It fits so perfectly, too. That's, Fuck it. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna build it. We're gonna build it. That's what we'll use. Yep, this is what we're gonna use. Hold on. It only has 1 crankshaft, though. No, it has 3. It has 3. Okay, it has 3. We'll do that. That's how we'll power our... Yep. You can hear that thing going. Dun, 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 dun. Fuck it. Giant steam engine. Why not? Huge ass steam engine. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. Giant ass steam engines. Oh. I don't know why I can't connect anything to these. I'll have to figure out how to actually connect shit to these. If I do that, yeah, that does that. So I can have an actual decent-sized propeller on these bad boys. Good. So if I do that, and then grab this. Yeah, there we go. Nice. That looks badass. Of course, the problem is going to need an absolute metric fuck ton of defense for the back of this damn thing and extend these out by a lot. They're going to need to be quite long. Maybe that long? I don't know. They'll have to be pretty long. We'll figure out exactly how long later. I'll extend these out a decent amount first. Yeah. That thing is going to produce an absolute metric fuck ton of power for this ship, which will be good. Probably way too much power, honestly. Way too much fucking power. But there you go. That's what we're going to do. How much fuel does this thing use? Steam engine. The Mammoth steam engine. Power density doesn't get higher than this, but how much does it actually, like, use? Steam stats. Material cost. Yeah, okay. Use data from less sounds. Material use per second. A lot. A lot. It is a lot. I may need to put a lot more fuel on this ship. Minecraft on steroids. Hello. Looks like man doesn't have the chat up, Sag. Oh, sorry. I just wasn't looking at my thing. I didn't think anyone would pop in. Hello. I honestly wasn't expecting anyone to want to watch me play from the depths. When was that chat sent? 1907. What the fuck? 1907. What is that number? I don't know what time that is. Sorry, I didn't see the chats. I have it pulled up. It's on a side monitor. Oh lol, don't worry. It's just me Eskimo from Twitch. Oh, hello Eskimo. Let's see. I'm trying to build a decent sized battleship for my campaign. Albeit, I think I've gone overboard. I think this is going to be too much ship. I don't think I'm going to have enough resources to actually build this thing in the actual campaign. Because it's just so much resources. Oh, fuck. I've already overdone it, but I'm in it for the long haul now. I actually want to finish this thing. Our new stream time is going to be starting around 6 o'clock, because I finally got confirmation on my job. I'm going to be working from 9 a.m. to about 5:30 every day. Wow, less chance of me to hop in then, because it's 4:40 a.m. in the morning right now, and I want to sleep low. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't help. I've been trying to get a job for the last few months. Finally got one, and unfortunately, it just means my stream time has to change. because I can't do early morning streams because the time I was streaming was around 8 a.m. to, for me it was around 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Around that time, those were the 2 hour. That was like the 2 hour period I was streaming during. But now I'm going to be working at 9 a.m. Unfortunately, they told me originally I was going to be working for the elementary school, but apparently they decided to change their mind and they're sending me over to the high school, which is fine. I don't really care about. I don't care as far as that goes, but is what it is, I guess. How's the new job, professor? I am not a professor, no. I'm doing maintenance. I'm not a teacher. I did not go to school to be a teacher, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending on your perspective, I guess. Not my line of work. Probably not like that. Square corner? No. How am I going to transition this? I want it to go down like this. That doesn't really go down fast enough for me. I want this to actually, like, connect here-ish. Or do I want there to be a gap? Actually, it's probably better if I have a gap, so maybe that's better. Yeah, we'll have, that way we can have an air gap. Actually, I suppose that works. Weirdly enough, that does actually work. That works. I'm always confused what maintenance is, sorry. Oh, maintenance means I fix things. I fix things, I clean things. That's what I do. There we go. That's exactly the piece I wanted. Just like that. Probably need the left corner. Yep, there we go. That's exactly what I need. Should be able to beam slope. Yep. Oh, okay, okay. That's nice. Congrats. Thank you. I've been looking for work for a while, and this job pays decently well. Which I definitely need in this economy. It's fucking terrible out there. I need another square corner, right? Maybe? No? Wrong size. Yes, that works. There we go. Wait, how did I'm a bit confused, but whatever. I need a left piece, right? I need to flip it around. Wait, no, what did I do up here? I did that. Sideways. Like that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, finally. Get hard to tell what I'm looking at sometimes. Yeah, I had a good discussion with my friends at the US, so it's almost like anything is fine at this point. Well, yeah, in general, it's good to just have any kind of work, but this one actually makes a decent amount. It'll be around 34. It'll be about 34,000 some dollar salary. Which is pretty good for the starting pay. That works. No, it wasn't talking about you, no offense. Just said that in general. Well, I didn't take any offense to nothing. Why does this sound so... Actually, you know what? Hold on. It's supposed to be music. Yeah, turn that on. I'll turn that on low. It's supposed to be some music. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I like those edges. That looks nice. Do we want this to... I feel like these inner parts should be... Yeah, it's... I wish I could do like a half and half block. Oh well. That looks pretty clean though. That's looking pretty clean. Let's talk about the game. What are we doing? Ah, this is From the Depths, which you probably have never heard of because it is a game that is very niche. And I wasn't. I asked my wife if I should play it on stream because I just really wanted to build. I just really feel like playing it today. But it's not really anything anyone watches too much. It's very difficult. In fact, this game is so difficult, in fact, that one of the achievements for beating one of the enemy outposts in the easy campaign has a success rate of 0.5%. 0.5% of players have beaten one of the easy outposts in the easy campaign. It's an extremely difficult game, to say the least. But it's not necessarily difficult for the reasons people typically think of challenge in a lot of video games. It's difficult because it requires a ton of knowledge and different kind of gameplay to actually win at this game. Like an insane amount. So this right now, I'm just in designer mode. I'm actually I am married, yes. In fact, actually, my wife streams. And why is it called easy if only 0.5% have beat it? Well, I can show you a little bit of that if you'd like. I can save this vehicle in its current state. And we can actually show you some battles. Let me save this vehicle. I don't know what to call this just yet. I was originally going to make this call this like the Corvette Model 2, but it's so much bigger that I feel like it just doesn't really fit the design name. So we'll just call it something else. I don't know a good name. It's a pretty big ship. It's going to be my flagship when all's said and done. It's called the Corvette. How about the Muscle? We'll call this the Muscle. I can save over that as many times as I like. So let's go ahead and open up. Let's exit build mode. I saved that vehicle, right? Yep, save the vehicle. It's already at 53,000 material cost. That's not crazy yet, but the fact that I haven't even put any guns on it. Yeah, this is probably going to be... It's probably going to be a pretty hefty boy when all's said and done. I might end up with a ship that's close to 200,000 material costs by the end of it, which is doable for the campaign, but that's going to be not at the point I'm in the campaign. Anyway, let me open up the battle mode. Let me open up this, scrap that, get that out of the way for right now. We don't need that taking up space. Just get out of here. Okay. And we can go ahead and go selection. Let's take this out of play right this second. I'll show you what a fight looks like. I'll just spawn some vehicles. So this is my Corvette Model 1. This is a very low-cost ship that I've been using in my campaign. And I'll spawn a Deepwater Guard. Let's see, go in here, built in, Netter, Deepwater Guard. Oh, before that, let me make sure that we'll pause the game. That way it doesn't instantly get shot at before we have a chance to look at what's going on. Could do the Scuttle Gun. Scuttle Gun's pretty tough. River Home, Walrus, the Outlaw, the Marauder. I don't want to do Marauder. That's a melee ship. Paddle Gun. Scrapper, Patchwork Orca. Which one do we want to do? Don't want to do anything that's too above the pay grade of the ship. Coffin. I think that's a submarine. I don't want to. I don't have anything to fight submarines on the Corvette, so. Buccaneer. Let's do that. The Buccaneer. Deepwater Guard. Load of Buccaneer. Okay. This is a pretty hefty ship. Probably a bit too much for my Corvette. So let's actually spawn a second one over here. Just to give my ship a bit more of a fighting chance. Because the whole point of the Corvette is it's a very cheap ship that I can kind of spam during the campaign. So we'll spawn another one over here on my side. Okay. And let's go ahead and unpause the game. Let's caps lock onto that. So there's actually a campaign where you play an RTS where you actually have to build these ships to fight other ships like this that exist all throughout the world and conquer territory like any other RTS. Only you actually had to build all the ships yourself that actually fight in the campaign. It is really very cool. But it's a very niche game because it's extremely difficult to actually learn how to play this game. So this is a built-in ship. I did not build this ship. This is an enemy ship I'm showing you. I'm just locked onto it right now. My ships are actually kind of getting destroyed over there. I can actually break away from that. So yeah, first Corvette not doing so well. Oof, that got torn apart by the cram cannons. Got my other ship, though, doing just fine. Oh, fuck, not doing just fine. It lost its main gun, using the plasma cannon still, but looks like it's down to barely a functioning plasma cannon and its AA gun. Looks like my ship might be just about kaput over there. How are we doing? Not great. Looks like we have a plasma cannon is still firing, although it's having trouble getting a good lock on. Good thing I had the redundant cameras. Although, that one doesn't have a transmitter anymore, so my ship may be having trouble seeing. We're down to basically very minimal in terms of firepower, so I don't think we have enough firepower with this one to finish finish off that ship, unfortunately. It's AIs in the campaign. It's a... Oof, there goes my control tower. Yep, that ship is done. I've actually managed to conquer some territories with these, believe it or not. These ships, I designed this one. That's a built-in ship from the campaign, from the AI, that you'll get attacked by. I built this one as a very, very, very low-cost option that you can just have, like, a bunch of. I got, like, 4 of these things. And that ship right there is not something you see very often in a easy campaign. That's a much tougher ship that you usually find if you're trying to take out, like, outposts or things of that nature. But you need some pretty tough artillery to take out some of these ships. So I can go ahead and destroy all vehicles. I can actually show you what the campaign looks like a little bit before I get back to my designer, because I need a better ship to fight in the campaign, because my corvettes are really struggling against the Deepwater Guard right now. You gather resources from resource zones, so if I show you... I'm actually kind of moving all of my forces back here because I just had a huge fight where I conquered this territory. Or actually, no, I conquered this territory, moved my vessels down here, and got absolutely... I won the battle, but my ships are absolutely massacred right now. So I'm moving what's left of my forces back to my resource zone, which is here, where we can actually gather resources, and I have a fortress which will be able to repair the damage to my ships. And this is the campaign map, by the way. I'm at war with these 2 areas. This is controlled by the Deepwater Guard, and this one is controlled by the Lightning Hoods. I believe this is the Onyx Watch, which I am allied with against the Deepwater Guard. And I don't remember which this faction is, but I'm allied with a second faction against these guys as well. But Deepwater Guard, Lightning Hoods. Lightning Hoods, luckily, are in this corner of the map. They're going to be even worse to deal with than the Deepwater Guard. The Deepwater Guard is a problem, for sure. However, they're nothing compared to the Lightning Hood. The Lightning Hoods use super fast ships, massive amounts of lasers and energy weapons. Can you get randomly attacked? It won't be random. They will be sending forces to... we're all in... So my territory is right here. You start in this corner of the map with just this one square, and you can kind of see I've kind of conquered a little bit of territory here. I've kind of cut out a bit of territory here. They have like outposts where they're gathering resources, like an RTS. Because it is an RTS, so they're over here gathering resources from their own resource nodes with their own outposts and things. They start the game with a bunch more territory than you do. Way more territory than you do. You only start with one square in the corner and one resource hub. And you're supposed to basically make alliances, declare war, slowly conquer the entire map, essentially. You're supposed to make alliances, go to war with just about everyone one at a time, slowly taking over as much territory as you can, beating out faction by faction by faction, until there's nothing left. Just like, you know, it's an RTS. But again, all the ships that I have are ships that I have to build myself. So the designer is where you can go to design a ship, and then you can actually spawn a ship in at your, you can spawn a ship in at your outpost if you have repair tentacles and things that can build, with your from your outpost. And then from there, you have to send out those vehicles. So they actually they're building their own vehicles right now. They're gathering resources, collecting from their hubs, and then they're sending forces my way. That's actually one of the things that I stopped here. They had a huge force of about 10 to 15 battleships come through here, which they sent across from their territory. They gathered up their forces and sent a first strike, a force here to try and take me out. I was taking on some of their stragglers over in this territory where it was only like a couple of ships that were sort of defending this area. I took them out, conquered that area, and then I started to come down here to try to take over this area, but they had, from their territory way back over here, they'd sent a huge force across the land over to here that I was able to stop with my ships, but ended up nearly destroyed in the process. I have very little of my ships left, and I need to try and build a new ship that's going to be big enough and tanky enough and have enough firepower to pretty much blast their way through the forces. Those numbers you see there, my ships have now gotten within range where they're starting to get resources, and once they're close enough, they'll also start to get repaired by my fortress. Right now, these square boxes just mean that my forces are out of play. I can bring them back into play anytime I want. But the reason that I have them out of play is so we can do 10 times speed and then zoom things along just like that. Because when I have forces in play, they cannot be sped up.
Receiving.
I don't want that there. Let me put that, like, right there. This is all that's left that I have. That one's dead.
Receiving.
Can I even repair that? So that one's dead. That one is also dead. So I lost 2 ships. I have 1 left.
Receiving.
So that one I'm gonna have to scrap. I don't want to wipe out the blueprint. Duplicate all selected to new dead blueprint for repairing. Hold on.
Receiving. Receiving.
Dead blueprint. No, I don't want a dead blueprint, you motherfucker. Okay, delete these.
Receiving. Receiving.
Get rid of these. So I only have 1 ship.
Receiving.
Only 1 ship ultimately survived. And this is actually a ship I captured, the Vanguard. Is this VR? I don't believe so, no. Let me check. I don't think there's VR for this game. Let's see, building physics. Nope, no VR. Somebody might have modded something like that into the game, but from my knowledge, no, there's no VR for it. So, like, once that ship gets into range, there we go. I can actually show you this, too. If I, like,
Receiving.
that, teleport to the force, and then play out-of-play forces. So this here is my outpost. This is your starting outpost they give you. These are repair units and vehicle blueprint spawner. This is what I can actually use to spawn a new ship in. My current fortress has 100,000 some odd material. It's been collecting material. Luckily, I was able to stop their forces from getting to me by heading them off. So it's going to take them a while before they're able to sort of build up their naval force again and send somebody after me. Until then, I need to gather up resources. I need to work in the designer and try and create a ship powerful enough to deal with them pretty much on its own, because as it stands, I don't have very good ships. I can spam these bad boys out, and by spamming a lot of these is pretty much how I've managed to take over any territory or deal with the Deepwater Guard whatsoever. I believe I need to make it... I think about here is where one of the first outposts is. I need to get about here. I need to conquer territory, get to about, like, here, I think is the first outpost. But without a ship powerful enough to deal with all this bullshit, I'm gonna get ripped apart and just end up wasting resources building ships. I need something that's not gonna get taken out too easily. Nope, not that. Designer mode. It does float. That's nice. And it's low in the water, too. That's good. That's actually what I want. I want the majority of this ship to be underwater. Where only, like, this upper deck part actually sticks out. The reason for that is because a lot of things, including cram cannons, lasers, stuff of that nature, will not be able to penetrate through water effectively and will lose a ton of its force and power. So as it travels through water, it'll basically make them not too much of a threat. And that's where I keep that's where I keep a lot of my resources, and where this giant steam engine is going to be. So by keeping it down here, that'll actually prevent a lot of damage from being taken by these parts. So that's good. That is a huge-ass map. Like, I can't imagine going from one corner to the diagonally opposite one. Yeah, it's big. It is definitely quite big. And I don't know why it is playing... I don't know why the game is playing such epic music for me just sitting in the designer right now. We are not in the middle of a battle. It's playing, like, battle music. It's very nice battle music, but we're not in a fight, so I don't know why it's doing that. The idea with this ship is that it's going to be extremely durable. I also want to have some pretty heavy firepower on it. So, for instance, like, these air gaps prevent heat damage from lasers, which I'm going to need from the lightning hoods. There's actually a double redundancy here, because there's a air gap here, and there's also an air gap in here. A lot of this wood will provide some defense, but also it provides a bit of buoyancy, and keeps my material cost a bit lower, so I'm not doing anything too crazy. I could use heavy armor blocks, but instead I'm just going to use metal, because, again, I need this thing to be... Within reason, I need to be able to actually build this ship, in theory, in the campaign, once it's all said and done. Which won't be, you know, the easiest thing in the world, but... That's the hope. So we already did that. Yep, okay, we did. So, do we want to do it there, or do we want to do it, like, here? It's like 1, and then 2, but then it's just 1. We'll do it like this. It's trying to motivate you to build, Lamau. Yeah. Okay, there. Now it's back to the calm music. Or calmer music, anyway. I don't know when my wife just wants to do her streaming today. I don't want my, because she usually streams in the afternoons. I don't know when she plans to do hers. See you. You're gonna tell me? 10? I don't think I'm going to go all the way till 10. Maybe. I don't know. Depends how long it takes me to work on this ship. I want to at least get the hull looking decently. We put a point? Maybe. Oh shit. I just realized. I forgot to do fucking mirror mode. Oh, I hate when I do that. Oh, I hate myself right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, I got it wrong. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Should be there. Dagnabbit, I forgot mirror mode. Oh, I hate myself. Oh, I hate myself. I didn't build anything else, did I? I don't think I did. Wait, no, I built something back here, didn't I? Did I? Okay, okay, good. It's just that tiny little bit in the front. Corporal Kippy! It's Kip. Hi, Kip. How you doing, man? What's her channel? That's Spooky Neko Girl. Let me see, I should be able to probably... Let me post a link if I can. She only streams on Twitch. She's an affiliate. So you're only supposed to... See here. You been vibing while you work, man? There's a link. She's been doing this whole streaming thing a lot more than I have for a lot longer. Hmm. Not the triangle corner, is it? No. Well, we could do that, and then... like that. Yeah, that works. I believe 3 years now. It doesn't feel like it. I'm going to destroy Twitch myself. I'm trying to claim my golden Relaxosaurus skin, and they won't send me my text message to get in. Golden Relaxosaurus?
Oh.
What's all that business? What's a golden Relaxosaur? Connecting this up is going to be a pain in my ass. Something like that. Well, regardless of whether or not this ship ends up functioning well, it looks badass already. So I do like that. I can't wait for it to look badass as it gets blown to fucking smithereens. The structure is hard to cope. Hours of work just blew up, lol. Well, that's why you save all your designs like this right here. Save the muscle has changed since last save. Version will increase, and now it'll be the muscle version 1, muscle version 2. See, version 2. And that way, like when you're playing the campaign, you can just hit load vehicle, and your vehicle spawner will build the vehicle part by part. And then that way you can have, like, multiple of these. Although, yes, sometimes you might spend hours building something that ends up just being absolute ass. Do we want to do... No. Like this. Yeah, like that. Actually, you know, one of the main things... Hello! I see your comment, Eskimo. Hello. Is my Twitch not working? Or something? Sometimes Twitch is shitty with, no, it seems to be streaming. Well, anyway, let's get these. Interesting thing about this game is it doesn't use mouse. It doesn't use like mouse controls for building. It uses keyboard controls for building, which you might have noticed. Like, I'm not like pointing and clicking with a mouse. I'm actually like maneuvering things with like WASD. It's something that takes a bit of getting used to. But when you do, it's actually way better to build this way. Just takes a bit difficult for the average person to learn at the start. Took me a bit of getting used to it, but it's really good once you do. Twitch died. Oh, did it die? Saying the broadcast had ended. Fuck. Well, that's the problem with multi-streaming. I try to do it. I try to multi-stream, but unfortunately, my internet is not the greatest. So, that happens. Wait, no, I don't want that. I think I want a square corner. Yeah, I just think so. And beam down? Like that, maybe. Just kind of winging it on the design right now with the front of this. Looking pretty cool, though. That's looking pretty freaking gnarly. By the way, did you sign up for the Splitgate 2 Alpha? I signed up just a little bit ago and I got in. I did not. I did not know there was a sign up. Fuck me. You got into the whatchamacallit, you got into that Marvel's beta, didn't you, too? Nobody tells me nothing. I did not get in nothing, no. Wait, no, I fucked that up. That's the wrong thing. No. Oh, hell yeah, that looks... Wait a minute. What's going on here? Why is this cattywampus? Why is it cattywampus? Semi-right. Oh, these are two different parts. That's what the problem is. That's the problem. Okay, hold on. Okay, I will leave now. It's already 5:30, so I really need to sleep, I guess. Oh, I'm sorry. But, I hope you sleep well. I'm glad you showed up. I'm excited to see how this game runs compared to the first. I've seen some people already sweating their balls off in it, man. I don't know if it's going to be... I don't know about it, but... I mean, I like the first Splitgate. First Splitgate was definitely very fun. But I don't know, I've just not really been, I haven't played any, like, first-person shooter games for, like, a while. Just haven't. And I don't know why. I've just been doing shit like this, I guess. Playing older games. I've 100%ed, Pac-Man World Repack. Posted about that. I'm sure you saw. Hardest part about that was doing the getting to level 9 on the original Pac-Man. Like, the original Pac-Man isn't necessarily like a hard game per se. Like, I wouldn't call it like a really hard game. It's just, if you want to get to like that high a level in a game like that, it's then it becomes a bit difficult. Like, there's nothing conceptually hard about Pac-Man, but trying to get that high a level, the original, the arcade, that was designed specifically to eat as many quarters as it possibly could out of you. Yeah, not the best time. Luckily, I learned that there were, like, algorithms to beating it. But even still, the thing about the algorithms is they change level to level. See you later. And you didn't think people would watch you play this? I am glad you're enjoying yourself. I'm glad. Thank you, Spooky. You'll always have sweats in multiplayer games as part of the territory. I'm curious to see how it compares as an arena shooter. Yeah, sure. I'm just saying, like, if they don't have, like, a good matchmaking system, that could easily kill a lot of hype for the game. Because, like, sure, it's fine to have sweats, but, like, if those sweats are everywhere and there's, like, no matchmaking, you're just instantly in matches with, like, crazy hardcore sweats, right from jump, that's gonna kill hype for a lot of people. It just will, sadly. Don't get me wrong, I love winning, but when it's at the expense of the whole player base, could be a problem. And I'm not even saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying it could happen if they're not careful. They're going to need a good MMR system right out of the gate. like, a good example, Multiverses. I started playing Multiverses when it went to full release. I'm not the best fighting game player ever or anything, but I would say I'm decent. I'm decently skilled, like intermediate or so. You know, I'm not a complete noob. So I go into Multiverses, and I am absolutely wrecking most of the matches with one of the lowest tier characters in the game, Jason. I think they've since buffed him some. I haven't gone back and checked all of it, but one of the weakest characters in the game, Jason. Absolutely wrecking people with him. And it's because there was no matchmaking. They didn't come back with, they were supposed to relaunch with, they were supposed to do a relaunch with Ranked, but they didn't do a relaunch with Ranked. They skipped out on that. I guess in favor of getting the game out faster. And so people brand new to fighting games of any kind were coming in, fighting people like me, who, again, I'm not like the best there is, but I'm a lot better than like a complete fresh casual coming in who doesn't know the first thing about fighting games and just getting their shit absolutely kicked in. Then I feel like that probably killed the game for a lot of people, because like player numbers dropped very rapidly. But like, that's why it's important in my mind. You gotta have like a proper, if you're gonna have a game that's competitive, that's gonna have like competitive stuff to it, you really need, right from the start, to have an MMR system that, you know, works, that's effective. Otherwise, you're going to have people that know what they're doing, or are just in general a lot better, or try hard, really hardcore. They're going to just destroy people. And then those people aren't going to play anymore, and you need those people. This ship, oh my god, I'm so proud of the way this ship looks. Look at how fucking badass this thing looks. The hull of this ship looks so badass. Look at this. Holy fuck. Damn. Should have called this thing the Penetrator, because it's getting me wet. I'm kidding. Alright. Or am I? I'm not. I'm just kidding. Or am I? Let's do some simple weapons, probably on the front. Or should we do simple weapons, or should we do, like, actual... No, I feel like we definitely need to make an actual cannon on the front of this ship. Yeah. Big cannon. I think right here will be the big central cannon. Yeah, right there will be our big central cannon. Problem is, I have proven time and time again that I appear to suck ass at building cannons. Hmm. Hell yeah, that looks so cool. That raised edge. Ah, nice. That is good looking. Look at that shit. Hell yeah. That is clean. Go ahead and save it real quick. I want that raised edge at the back too. I don't care how expensive it is. I want it. I want it in. I want it. I need it. It's so clean. I love it. It's so clean. Okay, I don't think I need this to be quite so long. 1, 2, 3. Let's take it off by 3. 1, 2, 3. Water. No, not water. Hold on. Where is it? The steam engines. We need the big ass shaft. Yep, that's the one. Hell yeah. Fucking hell, man. Actually, wait. Do I want that to be a little... I think I'm gonna actually make that a little bit... 1... Ah, yeah, that's better. That's better. Shorten it by 1. Yeah, that looks... That's flush now. I like that. Those are going to be massive. The amount of power output by those are going to be huge. ship looks so fucking clean. Okay. Now I think we want to have cram cannons at the center. AP cannons on the outer edge. Maybe simple weapons at the very tips. So maybe like this. Oh yeah, that's nice. I like that. Those would be good. Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and grab the AI. We're gonna grab a all-in-one local weapon controller. Knock that out. You look clean. I bet you wipe your ass. Oh, boy. You know what? It's already at 60,000, but I feel as though we're actually going to be able to make this thing, and it be not the most expensive ship in the world, and actually have this thing in the campaign. I think we'll actually be able to do it. And look at how tanky this bad boy. It's a tank. This thing will be able to take hits from anything and keep on trucking like fucking hell. My main concern is when it comes to the steam engine, though, how much that's going to be a problem as far as power, fuel efficiency, and all that. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I may need to put a shitload of fuel on this. Large rudders. Rudder pivot block or spinners to provide one force of rudder. Oh, it's pointing backwards. That should be enough turning power, I think. It's a pretty big ship, but that should be enough, probably. It doesn't need to have a wide turning radius. Alright. Plus, we can test it out later. Alright, advanced cannons. Let's see what we got working with. We may just use a pre-made. Like, oh yeah, there's some good ones. Advanced cannons. Copperhead. What does that look like? Oh shit. Copperhead. I like it. I like the Mamba. Oh, hell yeah. You know what? Fuck it. Oh, that is nice. That is nice. Right about there. Yes, sir. Wait. We need it to be elevated, though. We need an elevated platform. Then we can add it. Let's add the Mamba. Oh yeah, that's yes. That's gonna look so good. That cannon looks so... Yeah, I love it. Oh, yeah. Save that. Ship is gonna look so good. I have no idea if it'll be in any way functional, but it's going to look badass. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that means it's 3 on either side. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Two beam. Then. Yeah. Oh, those look so good. You know, I've actually been streaming for 2.5 hours just building this boat. Okay. 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 Do you know I've been streaming for almost 2.5 hours just building this boat? What? You can speak up. You can speak up. Yeah, I am having fun. I'm building a boat. Building a big-ass boat. How big is this? Pretty fucking big. But I can armor it myself. fact. You know what? 5x5. Fuck it. That's what we'll use. We're going all out, baby. All out. Though, actually, now that I think about it, the armor I have to put on it might end up making it a bit too bulky. No, I think I can manage. I think I can manage. It's ridiculous. I don't fucking care, though. I don't care. We're all in now. We're all in. We are all in on the ridiculous. There ain't fucking nothing in the campaign that's gonna be able to deal with this. If I actually manage to build this ship, which is already 123,000 material. If I tear apart my ships and build something like this in the campaign, this thing is going to absolutely wreck anything it comes across. This thing is huge. There's no way I'm ever going to be able to successfully finish building one of these for the campaign, but I don't care. See how far we can probably get away with that much. Yeah, and then I don't need this much of a gap. Probably only need like a 1 block gap here, I'd imagine. Probably the same on this side. Yeah, that should be enough right there. And then we'll add the armor plating on top. Okay, let me go ahead and get my guy and hop on that. Look at how big this fucking ship is. Shit, I fell. Dag fucking nabbit, I got stuck on something trying to get on. The fucking robot dude is so hard to control sometimes. Okay. Let's go for a... Well, hold on. We can bring this a little closer. Ooh, a little too close, maybe. I have not set the ammo for these yet. I need to do that. Ship is so fucking huge. Alright, that one has full range, obviously. But we need to check this one. Yes, it does. It has full range. Perfect. So we'll be able to armor it up now. And just basically keep it to this level. Hell yeah, this fucking rocks. The ship is so fucking massive. You know what's crazy? This ship is not even that... This ship is not even, like, the most absurd thing that you can do in this game, though. There are ships that, in the hard campaigns and things, or in adventure mode, if you go to the higher levels, that have an average material cost of somewhere in the millions. So the fact that this thing is within the... probably going to end up being around the 200,000 some odd range isn't even that crazy. This is actually doable. Like, early into my campaign, I could actually probably build this ship. So... that's cool. That's cool as fuck. Oh, shit. Gotta remember to put my mirror on. There. Spooky. Look at the absolute size of my vessel. My ship's pretty big, too. I couldn't help myself with that joke. I haven't armored up these guns yet, but look at the absolute size of this ship. That is me. That is my little guy. There he is. That's me. There is the there's the ship.
It's supposed to be an extremely hard game.
Yes. I'm trying to make it much easier by having big ship with big gun. Big ship, big gun, make other ship go boom.
Yeah, but if you miss, like, make...
Look, the game was not designed in a way that the developers intended it to be difficult. They just made the game what it is, and it is hard by proxy.
So it's Dark Souls, the boat game.
Sorta? If you're talking about the original Dark Souls, where it was not necessarily intended to be hard, that's just how it ended up, then yes. If you're talking about any other titles where, no, they very much intended it. Like, they flanderized themselves pretty hard after the fact, but... But, no, this ship is so fucking ridiculous. This has, like, an AI... I think this even has an AI controller built into it already. Which is perfect. Oh my goodness. I love this ship. I love this. Now we gotta armor it up. That should work. Just put some metal on there. That should be good. Let's see. Oh, are you gonna put some AA guns later? I could. Where do you think a good spot for some AA guns would be? Got any suggestions? Next to the turrets, maybe? Like, over here? Actually, I could probably just replace these with some other guns if I needed to. I like the aesthetic of those, though. I want to add missiles to this at some point, but I'm not very good at making missiles. I suck at missiles. I don't know how to get that to look the way I want it to. Maybe I just can't. Yeah, probably just can't make that quite right. Maybe, wait, maybe it's an inverted piece? No. Oh well. Wait, no, this is the piece. Yeah, these pieces. Yeah. It would be like this. But I would need to... Yeah, something like this. I don't think that's gonna work. Pushing the wrong one. I could do that. I don't want to do that, though. That doesn't look quite right. Wait, there's a... That's left. What about triangle corner right? Not have triangle corner right? No, it's never gonna quite line up the way I'm thinking. One way to do it is with these. That doesn't really quite get the aesthetic I was looking for, but we'll make do with that. That's exposed in the back. Yeah, it's just exposed gauge increasers. What the fuck? Maybe not. Maybe like that. Do these. Actually, I think I want it to that. That works. Then I guess we'll just do it like that. That works. That's fine. And then we'll have to write this part out. Not that far. Only about like one block out. Yeah, should be good. B, 4, and bam. That should still be able to rotate, I think. Might have to change it in the back. Let me test it though. No, dang nabbit, okay. Not going to be able to rotate because of these blocks back here. So I'm going to have to trim this quite a bit then. Fine. I can do that. You can put them more in the middle depending on the size. Is the gap that creates. Oh, it would allow me to rotate, probably. Then we have the gap problem. Doesn't look very good that way either. About that. We may actually just be able to fix up these corners, though. Thinking about it, we may just be able to, like, fill this corner in. Oh, shit. I forgot to put the mirror mode on. Let's see. Might be able to get away with this. If I could remember to put my mirror off. I keep forgetting. Reset it every time I switch to another object. That allows me to rotate. Yep, there we go. That's exactly what we want. Just like that. Perfect. Now we could actually probably just prefab that over. If I copy that. Well, it probably won't take me that long to build. Let's copy what we have. Now, thinking about it, we could probably do the same thing with this. Because the corners, it can still do the corners. Now it gives a bit more defense. Still allows the full range. You do the same over here, and that would actually clean up the front, make it look a little nicer, maybe. I kind of like having the extra bit of armor on the front, though. I think we'll keep it like that. That works. And I like the look of it. Nice and bulky. Block here, or I think we did, yeah, we did like this, and then 2 blocks here. All the way till about there. The beam slope. Nice. Okay, and then we'll do the 3 slope. Nope, sorry, 2 slope. Triangle corners. How did I not? I thought I put that down. Apparently I didn't. That. Block. Block. Block there. Look at the corners again. Block, block, block. Yeah, there we go. Save that. Now then, let's see about, said AA guns. Look at the simple weapon, AA guns. T-class AA guns. Oh shit, I forgot I'm on the... Wrong thing. Okay. Ooh, I do like that. Those look pretty nice. controllers. 1-1 controllers. There's the... I guess these don't have it. Oh well. Plug there. Plug here. So I forgot those did not have the reinforcing. Nice. I'll need to build a new shell for these. Probably put that underneath, like right in here. Yep. There we go. Now I can see. Let's go and make a weapon controller. Yeah, ammo controller. Here we go. Let's see. I'm gonna have a... What kind of head do we want? Hollow point head sounds pretty good. Let's do hollow point head. Give it like an incendiary body. And fragmentation. Let's do that. Hollow point head, incendiary body, and frag warhead body. Yeah, we'll do that. Pretty good. No ammo controller selected. What do you mean? I just gave you an ammo. There we go. Okay, it worked. If I go to shoot these should fire, right? Why are they not firing? Says no material. What do you mean no material? Fill this all up. Okay, how about now? Sorry. How about now? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Can never go wrong with frag. Nice. I love that. What are you, bad boy? You're pretty slow firing, but you hit pretty hard, don't you? Ooh, that gives a ringing in your ear. Hell yeah. This ship is looking to be pretty badass. Let's build the central tower. Before I build the central tower, I should probably put in sonar underneath, right? Wait. I only got wood on the bottom. That's not good. I need more than that. Probably want 2 sonar. Oh, wrong one. Let's receiver. Go. Just so I have a little bit of redundancy. Although I'm not going to bother with building a whole bunch of missile defense underneath just yet, but I'll put the sonar there for now. I'll worry about that later, though. does it. Well, you know what? That it kind of does. It works well enough. I can live with that. Yeah, that's pretty cool looking. Yeah, need to paint it, obviously. That's a pretty solid looking ship. Let's see. Put some red glass with some red smoke, or any color for that matter. Get a cool effect. Alright, let's see. I want to do free paint mode. First I need to select a color. Said red would be good. Let's do red free paint. Ooh. Good. Yeah, nice. Before I paint the rest of it though, I would like to add my radar. Yeah, there we go. Alright, now we could do some painting. What color do you want the ship to be? Although, before we get to painting... Oh wait, I forgot to put the seat down. Let me put the seat down. I need a control station in here, obviously. I built this whole thing to be a control station. Let's do that, and then let's test the ship. Where's the... I forget where it is. Control, there we go. Grab a ship's wheel. Articulated chair. I forgot that I had the color still on. Oops. How do I turn Add some fire controls computers. There's that. Alright, let's exit the build mode real quick. Oh, I forgot I colored all those red by accident. We can recolor those. go ahead and disable the tractor beam. Let's see, how low does it sit? It sits pretty low. Are you about to capsize yourself? Uh-oh. Don't capsize yourself. I probably need to adjust the AI. Uh-oh. That's a problem. Capsizing itself because I need to... It's trying to do too tight a turn. That is a problem. Ooh. I'm trying to turn too tightly. Fuck. I'm not good with the AI. Make that real quick. Shit. That's a problem with the AI. I'm gonna have to adjust. So fuel. AI should be over here in the rubber. Combat distance. That's probably too far, honestly. We could set it somewhere more like 500. I don't remember how to do all the... don't remember how to do the AI stuff. Max roll. Well, we don't want you to roll. 15 degrees. I could put propellers on the bottom and then give it roll control. That would probably fix the problem, albeit it shouldn't be making such tight turns. Turning circle. Estimate the size of the vehicle's turning circle. The more accurate the estimate, the more accurate the pathfinding will be. 50 is probably too low. I guarantee it. Looks like everybody has already left the stream, though. Anywho's, I'll have to figure out how to fix the maneuvers later. I wanted to do some fighting with the ship, but until I figure out this AI, it's not going to be able to do much of anything, unfortunately. But I've been going well longer than I usually do, and everyone already left, so I guess I'll end the stream in 3 hours and 15 minutes. But yeah, hopefully I'll stream. Hopefully I can stream again tomorrow, around the same time, 6 p.m. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!